This is an introduction to the BYOB related posts query box. The related posts query box allows you to display posts of the same post type that are related to each other by a given taxonomy, and it's the taxonomy of your choice. So for example, you could add related posts that are related by a category. So if they share the same category, then they show up, or if they share the same tag. There are instances in a complex CMS where you may choose to create a custom taxonomy and have them display related posts by a custom taxonomy. And in fact, this works with custom post types as well. It can be used to show related products, or if you have a products post type, or really anything that you can imagine. As long as it's a taxonomy and some kind of a post type, you can show related post types, and you can define the terms by which you identify relatedness. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this example with posts first, and we're going to do that here on this site. We're going to come over to the dashboard, and I think I already have this one installed. I do not. Okay, so we start off by installing or downloading the box, and then uploading the box. Choose the file, and you need to find where you've saved it. This is the related posts query .zip. So add that box. Say OK to that. Come down and put a check mark beside the box and save the boxes. And then if we come over to our template editor and come over to our single template, and open up our content area, what we'll do is before our post navigation, we'll put related posts here. And so we can come down and grab this related posts query box, and drag it into the main content column and below WP loop. And we're going to go ahead and select posts because that's what we've got at the moment. And we are going to pick categories as the relationship. And we'll pick 2 posts to show here. And then the things that we're going to show is we'll just show headline and excerpt here. So if we save this, and then view the site, go to our blog, and say look at a post about cherries. We scroll down here to the bottom. Now we have 2 related posts that are showing up here. You know, Bing Cherry 2 and Van Black Cherries 2. Now you could instead choose to use you could use simply the name and the image. So come back over to HTML and the single template. And instead of the excerpt, we'll just show a post image. And this H1 looks like it's set for H1. We'll set it to P. And we'll link it to the page to change these so that it is centered with no wrap. And then if we want them to sit side by side, we can take this query box element And we can give it a class first. So let's give it a class of related. And then in custom CSS, we can give these an explicit width. See how wide are the images? They're 200 by 200. So we could give these things an explicit width. Under custom CSS. So we could say dot query box dot related, and then say width colon 33% semicolon, float left, and text align center. And we may have something that looks entirely different now, where our images and our titles sit side by side here. So if there were more of them would show. Or if we change that query box, that instead of showing only 2, we could change the query box so that it shows 3. And now we have 3 images here. And if we wanted to make sure that this was responsive, now this is going to be responsive anyway. If we, you can see what this looks like. Sort of in the mobile device. Where now each of these images comes down to this, 1/3 width, and so then if the phone is flipped over, those can be like this. Now, if we want them to instead not get any smaller than this, then we could give them a media query, or we could give them a minimum width. And for the moment, we're just going to give them a minimum width of 200 pixels. Min width colon 200 px. And save that CSS. And then come back over to our page and refresh that. And now the minimum width is 200 pixels. And if we flip it around, they both fit in there side by side. I think I lost my resave that again. I did lose that for a second, but now you can see we've got all 3 of them in there. 2 of them are sitting side by side. So anyway, we do have, full control over the output of these related posts. And it can be used for posts. It can be used for, oh, actually we should just go look and see how that changes up, right? These are the cherries. But if we come over and look at oranges, and look at a Jaffa orange, now we've got orange related posts, okay? And this can be used for custom post types as well. So you could use it for related products. You can use it for just about anything, as long as it's got some kind of a taxonomy that you can choose to identify the relatedness, and as long as a post has something that is related to it. I hope you find that useful.